Skylar Timmons back here on the Sideline Crowd as we've got afternoon baseball as the White Sox and the Rockies finish up a two-game series here at Coors Field. Rockies riding high on a three-game winning streak, one in dramatic fashion yesterday in a nail-biter, as they look to sweep this two-game series against the Chicago White Sox. We're in the midst of a five-game losing streak. And the Rockies will have Antonio Senzatella on the mound. In his sixth start of the year, he's 0-2 with a 6.95 ERA. He's only been able to throw 22 innings. He's getting up 25 hits, 12 strikeouts and 10 walks, and a 159 whip. So Senzatella looking to bounce back and replicate more Rockies pitching that's been better as of late. Lurie Garcia will lead things off for the White Sox. Here's the first pitch from Senzatella, and that was high for ball one. Rockies have improved their record to 12-16. They're still last in the West, but
first pitch, 111.
Opportunity. The 1-0 to Garcia, catches the outside corner with that changeup. It's 1-1. The 1-1 to Garcia misses low, ball two. A chilly day here in Colorado, 66 degrees. Overcast, wind 5 miles per hour blown out to right field. So the poor teams here here in Colorado, it's actually nice weather today. It's been nice so far. It feels a lot more like summer instead of April. Here's the 2-2 to Garcia. Grounded back up the middle for a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard for the White Sox.
The third baseman.
Left it over the heart of the plate, and Garcia didn't have to do too much with it, just gets enough of it. And back up the middle past McMahon, eliminating Yohan Moncada, the third baseman. Throw over to first. Garcia's back easily. Checks the runner. Here's the first pitch. Slide step by Senzatella, kind of rushing his movement there. Try and keep Garcia close, or at least give his catcher a chance to nail him at second. Tony Walters behind the plate still. Seen a lot of him. Here's the 1-0 to Moncada. And that runs outside. It's 2-0. Got him via the Rule 5 draft in 2016, and that has turned out very well for the White Sox. Kind of slowed down. They have a lot of young stars on their team. Here's the 2-0. Catches that outside corner with the fastball. It's 2-1. So you get a look there at our home plate, or our umpires for this game. Here's the 2-1. That one's hit foul down the left field line. The 2-2. Grounded back up the middle for a base hit. And so now back-to-back hits here. And the White Sox are in business with two men on, nobody out. Once again, left it over the heart of the plate, and Moncada hits it right back up the middle. A couple of ground ball base hits, and that'll bring up Tim Anderson in 244 on the year. One of the bright spots for the White Sox yesterday, hitting 244 on the year. The 1-0 delivery Anderson, this will be grounded to McMahon, over to Story, who fires it back over to first for the double play. 3 straight ground balls there for Senzatella. That'll end up in the double play. Here's how the White Sox will bat. Garcia, center field, he'll bat first. At third base, Moncada batting second. Batting third is Tim Anderson. Eloy Jimenez batting fourth. Edwin Encarnacion fifth. Nomar Mazara sixth. Randall Grichuk, or Yasmani Grandal, sorry, at catcher, batting seventh, and Denny Mendick at second base, batting eighth. That pitch misses high. It's 2-0. It's the 2-0 delivery to Jimenez. That one's fouled away. It's 2-0, or 2-1 now. The 2-1, swing and a miss at that one. It's 2-2. So Larry Garcia at third base. 2 outs here. Senzatella looking to get out of the inning unscathed. So looks to get Eloy Jimenez. Comes the 2-2 delivery. Check swing, that bounces away, but Walters is able to corral that one in. It runs the count full now. Almost got Jimenez to bite at that one, but he manages to hold up at the ball in the dirt. And here's another payoff pitch. Grounded past the third baseman Arenado into left field, so that'll score the run. And just like that, Chicago's on the board. They lead this 1-0. Nothing has been hit particularly hard, as once again that pitch left over the middle of the plate. Jimenez is able to pull it past Arenado into left. But every ball that the White Sox have hit haven't been hard, and they've been ground balls that have just found the holes. I'll bring up Edwin Encarnacion. Leads the White Sox with 6 home runs, one of their free agent acquisitions. Didn't play in yesterday's game. Typically the DH, he doesn't field as well anymore, but they got him in there. This one is crushed to center field, and that one's way out of here. 2-run shot for Edwin Encarnacion, and quickly the White Sox take a 3-0 lead here against Senzatella. As he runs around in his parrot trot. 451 feet on that one. Encarnacion's 7th of the year. Absolutely crushed that ball. And that's what Encarnacion does. That's what he did with the Blue Jays and the Indians. A little bit with the here with the White Sox. Got off the bat in a hurry into the bullpen out in center field. So it's 3-0 here with 2 outs, and Nomar Mazara up to the plate. This is outside. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss to that one. It evens the count in 1-1. The 1-1 delivery catches the zone at the top. Even it's now 1-2. And this one is crushed to right field. That's going to get out of here. And now it's 4-0 White Sox. Back-to-back home runs for the White Sox. And Senzatella just like that. It's now 4-0. And he just cannot seem to get this third out. Not the way you wanted to start the game for Senzatella, whose struggles continue. And once again, left it over the heart of the plate. And Mazzara jumps on it. Shoots a laser beam into right field. 429 feet on that one. 105, almost 106 miles per hour off that bat. I'm bringing up the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Misses outside with the changeup. Bud Black figure out what to do here. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Taps that one foul. It's 1-1. And this is what Senzatella has done. We've seen the bright spots in him, where he's been dominant and effective, but in his first inning of this one, he just hasn't been able to hit the zone. He's already at 27 pitches. And when he does hit it, he's left it over the zone, he's left it over the plate. And that's not going to fly at the major league level, as guys will jump all over it. 3-1 now, the count on Grandal. So this will leave some questions for the Rockies of what do they do with their pitching staff, as he shoots this one the other way into left field, beating the shift. That's going to be a double. Throw comes into second, but Grandal's in there easily. Another 2-out base hit. And shoots it the other way. Even though Grandal doesn't run well, that's enough to get the double. Hilliard gets to it quickly. I'm going to Danny Mendick. Just misses that curveball. It's 1-0. So Lurie Garcia had a base hit to start. And then Tim was a base hit. And then Tim Anderson hit into a double play. And then Eloy Jimenez with a base hit. Edwin Encarnacion with the 2-run shot. And then Nomar Mazar with a solo home run. And now Grandal at second with a double. It's 2-0 on Mendick.
Nope.
Misses low, apparently, or just a bit inside. It's now 3-0. Here's the 3-0, and that misses high, ball 4. So now put men on first and second with 2 outs. Now bring up the pitcher, Lucas Giolito. Taking his first cuts here of the season. Hopefully Senzatella at least fares better against the White Sox pitcher than Kyle Freeland did yesterday, who gave up a 3-run home run to Reynaldo Lopez. Catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. Acquired from Washington in 2016 in that Adam Eaton trade that sent Eaton over to the Nationals. Part of the White Sox, bit of a fire sale to just kind of begin their rebuild. Here's the 0-1. Catch the outside corner. It's 0-2. Giolito, it's kind of emerged as more or less the ace of the White Sox. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swings through that one for strike 3 in the dirt. Walters will fire down to first, and that will finally retire the side. 9 men come to the plate for the White Sox. They put up a 4 spot. They lead this 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Lucas Giolito will get the start for the White Sox in his 7th start. He's 1-2 with a 5.22 ERA. 30 strikeouts, 12 walks, 123 whip. He's given up 24 hits on the season in 29 innings of work. Looking to keep a Rockies team at bay who had a good day offensively yesterday. And they will start today with Trevor Story once again in the leadoff spot in a 7-game hitting streak at the moment. Rockies pounded out 17 hits yesterday on 8 runs. Here's the first pitch to Story, in there for a called strike. White Sox 4th in the Central in the American League. They're 13-17. Here's the 0-1 to Story. Misses high and away. Evens the count in 1-1. The 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss through that fastball. It's 1-2 on Trevor Story. The 1-2, check swing, but he holds up, and it's 2-2 now. Story working his way up in his average. This one is crushed. Get out of here, ball. Into left field, and that is a solo home run for Trevor Story. That's how you want to start the bottom of the first. Story with his 4th homer of the year. Crushes one to left field against Lucas Giolito. And the Rockies are now on the board 4-1. Story starts this game off with a bang for the Rockies. Left it a bit up, and Story just absolutely crushes that one. 421 feet into left field. Giolito was relying on the fastball, and that'll bring up David Dahl. He's in the midst of a slump still, 5 for 36 in his last 10 games. He's hitting .214 on the year. The young center fielder. Here's the first pitch to Dahl. Misses up, and it's 1-0. This one's lined right at Mendick, who bounces off of him, can't recover. He was in the shift, and Dahl, who runs well, especially out of the left box, will reach base. That'll be an error on Danny Mendick. Kind of a line shot right at him, took him by surprise, and just bounced out of his glove. And so that'll have a Dahl on first with Nolan Arenado, who's in a 7-game hitting streak right now. Giolito having his own struggles here to start the first. Here's the circle change that misses inside on Arenado. Arenado in his last 5 games, he's got quite a few doubles. It's called strike at the knees. 3 doubles and 4 RBIs in his last couple of games. Here's the 1-1 to Arenado. Just misses high, ball 2. Giolito really relying on that fastball here early. That misses outside with the circle change, runs the count to 3-1. And the 3-1 flared out into center field, but right at Garcia, who makes the catch, and David Dahl will retreat to first. Well, with that out and Charlie Blackmon coming up to play, let's look at the Rockies starting lineup. Trevor Story lead off. David Dahl batting second. Arenado bats third. Charlie Blackmon batting cleanup. Daniel Murphy's at first. He bats fifth. Ryan McMahon sixth. Sam Hilliard in left batting seventh. And Tony Walters catching and batting eighth, with Senzatella in the pitcher's spot. First pitch to Blackmon is a fastball that he swings through for strike one. Well, Blackmon in the midst of a 10-game hitting streak. He's got the longest on the team. Got quite a few hitting streaks going on for the Rockies. Here comes the 0-1. Swings to that circle. Change up, and it's 0-2 on Blackmon. Blackmon on a tear, hitting .351. Here's the 0-2. Misses inside with that fastball. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
See if Giolito sticks with that fastball and runs it in or goes back to the changeup. Here's the 1-2. Went with the changeup, but that gets through the left-right side. Dahl had to hop over it. Encarnacion's not able to pick it up. And it's a 1-out single for Charlie Blackmon. Runs his hitting streak to 11 games. Sitting on the changeup. Just throws his bat out to get a piece of it. Able to sneak it right past Encarnacion, who is playing a little bit in with the runner. That curveball misses low, ball 1. 4-game hitting streak for Daniel Murphy right now. He's kind of picking things up during this homestand. Runner on first and second, 1 out. Here's the 1-0. Misses low with that circle change. Danny Murphy's got 6 doubles on the year. It's 3rd on the Rockies. And here's the 2-0. Lifts that one foul. Got a good piece of it, but just hooks it foul. It's now 2-1. Murphy bounces that one to second. Mendick will flip it over to second, back to first, but Murphy beats it, and that'll be 2 outs. Men on the corners for Ryan McMahon. In 227 on the year. Had his first home run of the year yesterday. And the Rockies 8-6 victory. 8-7 victory. Ryan McMahon hitting .346 in his last 7 games. That one's fouled away, even counted 1-1. McMahon took over second base duties last season after the departure of DJ LeMahieu. Circle change on the inside corner. It's now 1-2. Kind of a breakout year last year, though. Offensively, still trying to figure out. Not as smooth as DJ was at second. Even counts even now at 2-2. But definitely good players. He swings through that one to win the inning. But Trevor Story gets the Rockies on the board with a booming leadoff home run against Lucas Giolito. We head to the top of the second. Rockies trailing 4-1. Senzatella looking to bounce back in the top of the second against the Chicago White Sox. As top of the order will be up, Lurie Garcia singled, came around to score in the first inning. And here's the first pitch. Misses low with the fastball. It's 1-0. Garcia acquired from Texas in 2013. Turned into a good outfielder for him. The 1-0. That runs inside with the curveball. It's 2-0. Senzatella having a hard time finding the strike zone. And then in desperation, trying to get one over the plate, and they're jumping on it. And there's the 2-0. And prime example there. This time, though, he flies out to right field. Blackmon makes the catch, and there's one away here. So now Moncada comes up. We'll take a look at the Rockies' defense, left to right. Pretty typical of yesterday's game. Sam Hilliard out in left, David Dahl in center, Charlie Blackmon in right, Arenado at third, Story at short, McMahon at second, Murphy at first, and Tony Walters behind the dish. Rockies moving up in the fielding percentage in the National League. They're now 13th. And here's the first pitch to Moncada. Jumps on that inside pitch, but he hits it foul. He singled in the first. Was erased as part of the double play Tim Anderson hit into. Here's the 0-1. Hit the other way. They have the shift on. That's going to one-hop the wall. That'll be extra bases for Moncada. He'll stop at second, and it's a one-out double for Yohan Moncada. It's his 11th of the year. Moncada's a switch hitter. They had him shifted and hits it the other way. Senzatella in an inning and a third. He's already given up 7 hits, 4 runs. He's got a walk and a strikeout. He's already up to 40 pitches. Tim Anderson stands in. Hit into a double plays last time up as he takes ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Fouls that one away. Comes the 1-1 delivery. This one's lifted high to left field, but Hilliard's going to be there to make the catch, and there's 2 away here. As a throw goes to third, but Moncada will stay at second.
Now batting, left fielder.
Nice play there by Sam Hilliard. Number you have Eloy Jimenez. Single. RBI single his last time up. Came around to score on the Encarnacion home run. Jose Abreu getting the day off. First pitch to Jimenez is fouled away. Went to the low outside corner. Jimenez, who's got speed, he's got 2 triples. He's 4th in the American League in that. At least tied for 4th. Here's the 0-1. Catches the outside part of the plate. It's now 0-2 on Jimenez. And the 0-2. That runs outside 1-2. Well, Senzatella having to throw a lot of pitches, coming up on 50. That runs inside. He's counted 2-2. Just not able to command, and that's where you get into trouble as a pitcher. If you can't at least establish the fastball in the strike zone, that leaves a lot of trouble for you. This one's hit the other way into right field, but Blackman gets to it quickly, and so all the runners will stop. And there's now men on the corners with 2 outs for Edwin Encarnacion, who was last time up hit a bomb into the Rockies bullpen in center field, so Senzatella's got to tread carefully here. They're already down 4-1, 2 outs. Catches the outside corner with the fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1 lifted high and deep, and that one is gone. A 3-run shot for Edwin Encarnacion, his 2nd of the game in as many innings. This time pulls it to left field, and it is now 7-1 White Sox here in the 2nd inning of this one. 434 feet. Went with the breaking ball, and he just demolished that pitch. .8 miles per hour off the bat. Almost hit the concourse out there and left. And that's going to do it for Senzatella, but Black's seen enough. He's going to go to the bullpen here as Senzatella goes an inning and 2/3 and gives up 7 runs. Once again with 2 outs.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And Jeff Hoffman, who took the victory in yesterday's game after pitching an inning. He's got a 4.26 ERA, 9 strikeouts, 8 walks in his 12th appearance. He's 2-0. And Bud Black's going to ask him to eat a couple of innings here. He'll face Nomar Mazara, solo home run his last time up. Watch the first pitch for a ball. Here's the 1-0. And it's 1-1. L'Encarnacion can still slug it at 37 years old. And swings to that changeup. It's 1-2. But just a monster at the plate. The 1-2 runs inside. It's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, but it's called strike anyway, and that'll retire the side. But Edwin Encarnacion, his second home run of the game. He's got 5 RBIs already. Just crushes one to left field. Rockies down by a mile. They're down 7-1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Not the start Senzatella wanted in this one. As Sam Hilliard, the left fielder, will lead off here. In 400, home run, 4 RBIs. Had a double and a triple in yesterday's game and a couple of RBIs. Here's the first pitch to Hilliard, misses high.
1-0.
Comes the 1-0. Swings to that pitch. It's 1-1. Giolito's got himself a hefty lead here, so he's got some room to breathe. Here's the 1-1. Misses high, 2-1. And Encarnacion being a one-man wrecking crew against the Rockies so far in this one. Swings to that circle changeup. It's 2-2. Well, Hilliard right now poised to take some time from Ian Desmond and left. Pitch runs inside, runs the count full. Mostly ending up in a platoon situation as the Rockies look to just kind of get some more consistency in the lineup from batters. Swings to that pitch, strike 3, so Hilliard's set down on strikes to lead off the inning. Went with the pitch high around the letters, and Hilliard can't catch up to it. It's now 1 away with Tony Walters coming up to the plate. Walters had a towering home run in yesterday's game. He's got his average up to 323. Called strike the letters. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Walters bounces in the dirt. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Misses high, 2-1. The 2-1 fouled away. Up and in on Walters, who turns on it. It's 2-2 now. The 2-2 fouls that one away. Here's the 2-2. This one's bounced the other way. Anderson's got it. He'll fire over to first, and there's 2 away here. So that'll bring up Jeff Hoffman. A little bad here. Said Bud Black hoping to get a few innings out of Jeff Hoffman, at least get him to the 5th. See, skies that one out to right field on the first pitch. Mazara's got it. That'll retire the side. Rockies go down 1-2-3 here in the second. We head to the top of the third. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the White Sox as they lead this one 7-1. The Rockies really have a lot of work here to do. Trying to keep the White Sox at bay now. Yasmani Grandal will come in, base hit his last, or a double his last time up. Here's the first pitch to Grandal.
Ball one.
Called a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 delivery.
Oh, that's out.
It's now 2-0 on Grandal. Well, in this game, we'll talk a little bit about the fun things.
Count was 2-1.
If you've seen those pictures that have gone around where it's like you can only pick 3 and there's 9 options and the rest go away forever or something like that. We'll talk about those with some baseball movies that Cut 4 did a while ago. This one's grounded to first. Murphy's got it. He'll take the bag. So 1 away here. So Cut 4, if you don't know who they are, they're one of the fun MLB things. Here's the highest team ERA entering play. The Rockies, the 4.28 area. They've got the worst team ERA in the National League. Rough times for the Rockies pitching. Next closest is the Brewers with a 4.69 ERA. Here's the first pitch to Mendick. Called strike. It's 0-1. Rockies have really struggled with pitching, and it's always kind of been the case with them. 2018 and 19 were kind of the anomalies. This is lined out to center field. Dahl makes the catch. There's quickly 2 away here. Hoffman making quick work of the White Sox here. Lucas Giolito coming in. He's 0 for 1. Strikeout in the first. First pitch from Hoffman. Misses outside. So Cut 4 will cover a lot of the more fun, trivial things for Major League Baseball. And so they had a you can only pick 3 thing. This is tapped to second. McMahon's got it. Take it over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies here in the top of the third. Hoffman, good work there. We head to the bottom of the third. Rockies trailing 7-1. Top of the order due up. So if we look at the Rockies' hitting stats here, they're averaging about 4 runs per game. They've got a 252 average. That's 9th in the National League. A 337 on-base percentage, 405 slugging, 31 home runs, and 14 stolen bases. They don't typically steal a lot of bases, but they're kind of middle of the pack on a lot of the offensive categories. But they rank near the bottom in the entire entire league in home runs. Trevor Story will lead off here in the third. Had a solo home run in the first to lead off. Start things out for the Rockies. Looking to get his team back in this one. Fouls that first pitch away. It's 0-1. Trevor Story, who has 37 strikeouts on the year. Not too good. It's the 0-1. Misses inside. 1-1. So anyway, kind of back to these pick 3 movies. I'll kind of talk through each of these options. That one's fouled away. It's 1-2. So the options they have are The Sandlot, Rookie of the Year, Angels in the Outfield, Field of Dreams, it's the 1-2. This is low, 2-2. A League of Their Own, 42, Major League, Little Big League, and then Moneyball. There's the 2-2 pitch. Misses outside, runs the count full. Now there's some good movies in here, and there's also some stinkers. So I'll kind of talk through each of these while we have the time. Here's the 3-2. And misses ball 4, so a leadoff walk here for Trevor Story to start the third. Now we're bringing up David Dahl. Reached via error last time up. Rockies have a base runner with some speed. May look for for Story maybe to look at swiping second base. So the first one is The Sandlot. That's the classic. That's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely love The Sandlot. First pitch to Dalmas is low. It's a fun kids movie. Just what I've always dreamed of what it would be like. You know, it's always a dream of mine to kind of have those scenarios that they did of just a group of guys that you go play baseball with all the time in this backyard in the neighborhood. And just a fun adventure, very quotable. Tons of fun. And my family name is almost in it. No, there's the Timmy and Tommy Timmons characters. Sadly, they spell their name differently than they have an O instead of an I in their name. Runs inside, it's 3-1. So they have Timmons, whereas we spell it Timmins. Here's the 3-1. Swings through that pitch, it's 3-2. But tons of classic characters, a lot of fun moments. I absolutely love The Sandlot. It's the 3-2. Swings to that one, and that'll be a strikeout of David Dahl. He's 0 for 2 in this one. The third strikeout for Giolito. Went down in the zone. Dahl couldn't catch up to it, and that'll bring up Nolan Arenado with an out. With one out, Story on first. But that movie inspired me to get... This one's skied out to center field. Garcia ranging to his right. He'll make the catch. There's 2 away now. But inspired me to get some PF Flyers. PF Flyers. High top shoes. They had some special Sandlot versions of them that I got on sale one day. Some of the best shoes I've ever gotten. Swings to that circle changeup. It's 0-1. Blackman's second on the club with an RBIs with 16. Had a base hit his first time around. Taps that one foul. Sadly, the PF Flyers, from what I can tell, haven't really improved my speed or ability to jump at all when I've worn them. The 0-2 skied out to right. Mazara's got it, and that'll retire the side. The Rockies go down without a whimper here, despite the leadoff walk by Trevor Story. Top of the order due up for the White Sox. They lead this one 7-1 as we head to the fourth. So Luis Garcia will lead things off. He's 1 for 2. Of course, I don't really run that much anymore, so I have no reason to run. Maybe if I was getting chased by a big bull mastiff like in the movie, maybe I could put it to the test. But here's the 0-1. Grounder to second. Easy play for McMahon. He'll flip it over to first. Just barely gets Garcia. That's a bit of a slow roller. Thought there's one away. Senzatella, a day to forget. Goes an inning and 2/3. Gives up 7 runs on 9 hits. Through 51 pitches, struck out 1 and walked 1. But he's on the line for, he's on the hook for today so far. Moncada, a double his last time up, came around to score on the Encarnacion home run. His first pitch to Moncada. Big, hefty hack at that changeup. And it's 0-1. Swings to that changeup, 0-2. See if Hoffman sticks with the changeup or goes to the fastball, climb the ladder on him. Here's the 0-2. Swings and misses through that one. Stuck with the off speed. And there's out number 2 here in the fourth. One with the curveball. Got an excuse me swing by Moncada. And there's 2 away now for Tim Anderson. Jake McGee warming up in the Rockies bullpen.
Count 1-0.
He's 0 for 2 in this one. So The Sandlot, probably one of my all-time favorite movies. I just grew up with that one. I've watched it a ton. And just a good flick. You can find it on Disney Plus now, I think. But please never ever watch the quote-unquote sequels they have for The Sandlot. They are not good. There's only one Sandlot movie. So that'll bring us up to the next one. Next movie, Rookie of the Year. 2-1 now. The count on Tim Anderson. Lines that one into the gap in right center field. That's going to get cut off by Dahl, but Anderson is in easily with a 2-out double. This is where the Rockies have struggled so far in this one, is limiting the bleeding here with 2 outs. As Eloy Jimenez will bat now. He's 2 for 2 in this one. First pitch to Jimenez bounced to third. Arenado will gather it and fire to first, and that will retire the side. So the 2-out double does nothing else. Hoffman gets through the 4th. Way to the bottom of the inning. Rockies still trailing 7-1. They need to get something going here and get the bats rolling. As Daniel Murphy will lead things off here for the Rockies. Ground out victim in the first. Rookie of the Year, probably one of the dumbest concepts for a movie that I've personally ever seen. The kid breaks his arm, and the fact that it was in the cast, the way it was in the cast, it made it like hypertensioned or something, where he could throw a ball 100 miles an hour. Here's the 0-1. And for some reason, the Cubs were so desperate that they signed this kid to pitch for them. This like 12-year-old. The 1-1 misses high, 2-1. And then it's all about his hijinks. Here's the 2-1. Bounces that one foul. So I never really liked that movie. Because then also like his friends turned into jerks for some reason to him. And it's just not a very good movie. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Murphy chased that one. 4th strikeout for Giolito.
The batter number 24, second baseman.
Kind of a late swing, and now Murphy's down. I'm bringing Ryan McMahon one away here. Rookie of the Year kind of has some moments, but overall, I wouldn't mind never watching that movie ever again. It's 1-0 on McMahon here. Probably one of the best moments when he has to bat for the first time. Now that's pretty interesting. Here's the 1-0. Yeah, Rookie of the Year, I would not recommend it. Here's the 1-1. If you want to watch a kid involved in baseball, I would suggest watching Little Big League instead. Because Little Big League is actually a lot better movie than people think. It's kind of one of those forgotten ones. 3-1 here on McMahon. Sam Hilliard waits on deck. So the premise of Little Big League, if you've never heard of it, swings through that one, it's 3-2, is this kid, he's basically a baseball whiz, and his grandfather owns the Twins. Well, his grandfather dies, leaves the Twins to the grandson. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Same pitch that Murphy chased. It's now 2 away here. 5th strikeout for Giolito, and I'll bring up Sam Hilliard. Strikeout victim in the 2nd. Believes the kid the Twins, who then basically inserts himself as the manager of the team because he fires the manager, and they say, "Oh, you're a baseball whiz. Why don't you?" This one's hit the other way. That's going to get down for a base hit. One hops at the base of the wall. Hilliard's into second with a 2-out double. Adams shifted, and he takes it the other way. Almost hit it out. just missed getting this one out, and Hilliard now hits it at the base of the wall. And so this man on second with 2 outs. Tony Walters up to the plate. Here's the first pitch. Misses outside with the curveball. It's 1-0. Walters a ground out victim in the second. But then it's about the kid just being the manager for the Twins. There's some fun hijinks with that one. Good dynamic. One of the players who's a star player is dating his mom, and then he gets kind of like bitter and jealous at this guy and like benches him because he's getting too big for his britches. And it's a pretty funny movie, and it's got some good moments. 2-0, hit back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Hilliard around third. He'll score easily. And a 2-out single for Tony Walters. Scores a run. It's now 7-2 White Sox. Hung that breaking ball. Walters able to get a piece of it. Just muscles it past Mendick, the second baseman, into center field. So I'll bring up Jeff Hoffman with a runner on first and 2 outs. First pitch swinging, fouls that one away. Hoffman 0 for 1 in this one. But if you've never seen Little Big League, I would highly recommend it. It's a fun movie. It's also got some star players in it. You got Randy Johnson, and you got Ken Griffey Jr. Here's the 0-2. And swings to that one. It's strike 3. So that'll retire the side. But the Rockies get a run back thanks to the RBI single by Tony Walters. We head to the 5th. Chicago leads this one by 5. So they take a 7-2 lead. Encarnacion to lead off. He's got 2 home runs in this one. 2 at-bats, 5 RBIs. He's got 21 on the year with 8 home runs. And look at how Jeff Hoffman can... See if Jeff Hoffman can solve Encarnacion. And here's the first pitch to... That one's fouled away. Dangerous hitter. He's got 420 home runs in his career. Hoffman 0-1 delivery. Swings to that changeup. Had him fooled. It's 0-2. Well, Hoffman had to come in basically as an emergency starter. You can look at it. Since it's only going an inning and 2/3, the more innings he can eat in this game, the better. Grounded to first. Murphy will flip it over to Hoffman, who's covering, and that retires Encarnacion. So Encarnacion retired for the first time. Kept the ball in the park this time. Bud Black pretty happy about that. So there's 1 out here in the 5th for Nomar Mazara. But for some reason, Little Big League, kind of going back to that, featured the Twins when the Twins actually were competitive. Or not the Twins, I mean to say the Mariners. It's pretty interesting. Fun movie. Highly recommend it. Kind of looking at this list here, what one we want to move on to next. The 1-0. Swings to that one. It's 1-1. Angels in the outfield. I've only seen this all the way through once, and never realized how dumb it was. The 1-1 lined into right. That's going to be extra bases for Mazara. Bounces off the wall. Blackman's got it. He'll throw it back in. And it's a 1-out double for Nomar Mazara here. With that line drive. Left it over the plate, and Mazara turns on it. Hits a rocket into right. Luckily, it took a good bounce off that wall right to Blackman. It's a tricky wall out there in right for the here at Coors Field. Now bring up Yasmani Grandal. Takes ball 1. But Angels in the outfield, featuring our good friend Tony Danza. Got Danny Glover in it. A young Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Curveball misses low. It's 2-0. Christopher Lloyd's in it. There's actually a lot more stars in it than you'd think. Here's the 2-0.
3-0.
3-0. The count on Grandal. Danny Mendick waits on deck. But the most absurd baseball that I've seen in a movie, because if you want to really hear our thoughts, you can check out the Owl's Nest podcast, where me and some guys that I did a podcast with before we talk about some of this, about this movie, Angels in the Outfield, as well as Little Big League. But just how absurd Angels in the Outfield is. Yeah, it's a fun story and message to it. This one is crushed to right field. That's going to get on out of here, and a 2-run shot for Yasmani Grandal. His third of the year. A 2-run shot, and Rockies are now down 9-1. Fell behind on Grandal. Finally got the pitch he was looking for. Fourth home run for the White Sox in this one. He just drills that one into right field. 424 feet, 101 miles per hour off that bat, and we'll see how much longer Hoffman goes. Hopefully he can get through here to the fifth. Danny Mendick kicks and watches that pitch for ball one. But Angels in the Outfield, for some reason, they talk about how bad that Angels team was. But it seemed like they were actually pitching really good. Like, most of the games they were losing was like 1-0 in the ninth. Something like that. They just couldn't hit. But they had amazing pitching, apparently. And for some reason, they had Tony Danza, who's a pitcher that who hasn't, pitched in years and years, been on the injured list. And they've kept him around for some reason. Dude's like sitting in the bullpen smoking cigarettes. Turns out he has cancer. It's just an absurd movie. It's not a good baseball movie. If you're watching that movie for the baseball, you're watching it wrong. Here's a 3-1 to Mendick. Called strike on the outside corner at the changeup. It's 3-2. It's got a good message to it, but it's a very silly movie. So that's my thoughts on Angels in the Outfield. And all these movies, like, some of them are good just to watch with the kids and the family. This is tapped to third, backhanded by Arenado, jumps and throws in foul territory. High throw, but Murphy brings it down for out number 2. Good play there by Arenado. On ring of Lucas Giolito, 0 for 2 in this one. Strikeout and a ground out. Called strike there. It's 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's the 1-1 to Giolito. Misses high, ball 2.
Count 2-1.
Well, some breaking news here that's quite sad. The Hall of Fame has canceled its 2020 induction weekend. This one's lined foul, 2-2, due to the safety and health concerns associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. So that means Derek Jeter and Larry Walker. And I can't recall, as this one's grounded to third, Arenado's makes the play, and that'll retire the side. But Yasmani Grandal hits a 2-run homer. Extends the White Sox lead 9-2. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Rockies once again trying to dig themselves out of a hole here. Lucas Giolito enters his 5th inning of work. Can't recall the veteran, the other one that was voted in December. but they will be inducted with the class of 2021. So it's sad for Larry Walker, but who's waited so long for that, and he'll just have to wait one extra year. First pitch to Trevor Story, leads off, grounds that one foul. But still, that's canceling those events. It's still only a matter of time before we hear what happens with Major League Baseball in general. Swings to that fastball, it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swings to that pitch, and that'll retire Story, who sat down on strike. 7th strikeout for Giolito. Just kept going lower and lower, and Story with his 38th strikeout of the season. I'm going to give David Dahl 0 for 2 in this one. Giolito around 76 pitches in this one. Circle change misses low. Field of Dreams, that's the next movie on our list. I love Field of Dreams. That is a movie that can somewhat make me cry. It's a very emotional movie as that pitch misses low. Kevin Costner's best baseball movie. As I am one of those people that does not like Bull Durham. Nolan Arenado waits on deck. It's 3-0 on David Dahl. But it's just a good, wholesome story. This Field of Dreams kind of got some mystery to it, some whimsical adventure to it. It's 3-1 now on Giolito. But it's got a very emotional moment at the end, and we would have seen a game of Field of Dreams this year between the White Sox and the Yankees. This one's pulled through the hole into center field for a base hit, so Dahl swinging 3-1. The base hit. But in August, the White Sox and the Yankees were going to play in Iowa at the Field of Dreams site. They're going to build up this temporary stadium. Sadly, that is no longer happening. But that would have been very cool to see. If I were ever to go someplace, I would love to visit the Field of Dreams. Dane Dunning and Michael Kopech warming up in the White Sox bullpen. This Giolito over 80 pitches now. The 1-0 to Arenado. This is outside with the curveball. It's 2-0. And I love Field of Dreams. That is a very good movie. 2-0. Called strike. It's 2-1. It's got some very emotional moments and very heartwarming moments. And if you've never seen Field of Dreams, you need to rectify that. Fantastic movie. Here's the 2-1. Misses low. 3-1. Charlie Blackmon waits on deck. David Dahl waits at first base. Movie that I've only really seen through once is A League of Their Own. I don't have much to say on that one. There's some good moments in it. That's where you get the classic "There's no crying in baseball." So the count's run full now on Arenado. '42, the Jackie Robinson movie that came out several years ago. That one's grounded foul. I saw that one in theaters, and I've loved that movie. Every year, sadly I wasn't able to this year, but since it's been out and since I've been able to, called strike at the knees. Arenado thought it was ball 4. So he'll have to pick up his bat and head back to the dugout. Borderline call at the knees. Tried to play it off as a ball, but he's rung up, and now there's 2 away here for Charlie Blackmon. David Dahl waits on first. First pitch might have been a little inside, but it catches the corner maybe. It's now 0-1 on Blackmon. Blackmon 1 for 2 in this one. He's 2 for 7 in the series with a double. The 0-1. Now it's fouled away. Blackmon, second on the team with 34 hits. Try to get back into a groove after coming back from a 2-day stint of being sidelined with a sprained ankle. Here's the 0-2 to Blackman. Line right to Anderson, who flips it over to second for the easy out. And that'll retire the side. Rockies go down quietly in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Chicago's got a big lead here. They lead 9-2. So we head to the 6th. Top of the order due up for the White Sox. It's Jeff Hoffman still on the mound for the Rockies. This could be his last inning, depending on how he does. First pitch to Garcia. Called strike on the changeup. It's 0-1. 42's got some powerful moment, and it's one movie where I've seen that I've liked Harrison Ford in a while, outside of Star Wars and Indiana Jones and all that good stuff. But he actually played a very good Branch Rickey, because there's some really emotional moments in there, powerful moments. There's some good baseball moments in it. I love 42, and I try to watch it every year for Jackie Robinson Day when I can, or if I have it available. Fantastic movie. Here's the 1-1. This one's high and deep to right field. Blackman giving chase. He'll have to play it off the wall. Garcia will stop at second, and he's got a leadoff double here in the 6th. It's 5th of the year. Once again, all the Rockies have had a hard time leaving the ball over the plate. Bounced off the top of the fence, and that'll bring up Yoan Moncada. It's 2 for 3 in this one. Hoffman kicks and deals. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. We're talking about the pick 3 out of these 9 movies. That cut 4 posted quite a while ago, earlier in the month. This one's grounded foul. So we've talked about The Sandlot, Rookie of the Year, Angels in the Outfield, Field of Dreams. Not too much about A League of Their Own, but I don't have much to say on it. Little Big League. Currently talking about 42. Here's the 1-1, misses high. Of course, we just celebrated Jackie Robinson Day a couple weeks ago.
Ball 3.
I am not an avid Dodgers fan, but I do respect Jackie Robinson and the significance he has on the game. That pitch misses inside, ball 4, so Hoffman in a bit of a jam here in the 6th as the 2 leadoff men get on. There's nobody out for Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson 1 for 3. Had a double in the 4th. And you start worrying, look down that lineup. You got Anderson now, and then Eloy Jimenez next. And if things keep going, you got Edwin Encarnacion, who's 2 for 3 with 5 RBIs in this one. He's got a pair of homers. Rockies trail 9-2 here. This one's lined shallow left field, but diving catch by Sam Hilliard. Garcia tags. The throw to third is late. Nice play there by Sam Hilliard. Sinking line drive, dives to make the catch. Immediately hops to his feet to fire into third. Garcia tagged. Well, there's one away here with runners on the corners for Eloy Jimenez, 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, an RBI, and a couple of runs scored. Edwin Encarnacion waits on deck. First pitch to Jimenez. Misses low with the fastball. He's got 6 homers on the year. If he can get a ground ball here, that would be very beneficial for Jeff Hoffman. Then he doesn't have to face Encarnacion with men on. Misses high, 2-0. Trying to look at these next movies. The next one is Major League. As that curveball gets there. 2-1. Major League is a very good movie. It's quite humorous, very quotable. Viewer beware. A little bit more. I believe it's the only R-rated movie on this list here, but it's still very good. A lot of good humor in it, a lot of quotable, a lot of good characters. 2-2 bounces in the dirt. Throw down to third, but nothing's going on. That'll run the count full. Encarnacion waits on deck. Hoffman trying to get out of a jam here. Payoff pitch to Jimenez, fouled away. Major League is another one that, just like The Sandlot, very good first movie. Then the sequels are just terrible. And he misses ball 4, so Eloy Jimenez will load the bases here for Edwin Encarnacion. And we'll see if Bud Black keeps Hoffman in there. Hoffman has faced Encarnacion once, got him to ground out. Well, here in the second inning, first pitch he sees, drills it out into left field for a 3-run home run. He had a 2-run homer in the first inning. Both a couple of no-doubters. So he bats here with the bases loaded. He's got a 2-run homer, a 3-run homer. Here's the first pitch to Encarnacion. Misses low, ball 1. In his career, he's scored over almost 1,100 runs in his career. The 1-0 to Encarnacion. Swinging at that breaking ball. It's now 1-1. Speaking of Major League, Encarnacion kind of swinging like Pedro Serrano in that movie. Takes strike 2. So you got Eloy Jimenez at first, Yohan Moncada at second, Luis Garcia at third. Top of the 6th here, Rockies down 9-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just misses. It's 2-2. That was a close pitch. That was the one that rung up Arenado last inning. That one's drilled foul. Dangerous pitch there. Hoffman hoping to get him to roll over on something. Get a double play to get out of the inning. Here's the 2-2. This one is crushed deep to center field. He has done it. A grand slam for Edwin Encarnacion. His 3rd home run of the game. 9 RBIs for Edwin Encarnacion today. 469 feet, a one-man wrecking crew against the Colorado Rockies today. Down in the zone, a good pitch, but Encarnacion goes down and just demolishes it. His 3rd home run of the game, lands that one in the second deck, a moonshot. That'll do it for Jeff Hoffman. They'll go to Jake McGee in the bullpen, making his 14th appearance. 13 innings work. He's a 5.54 ERA, 12 strikeouts to 6 walks. Absolutely amazing. Nomar Mazara bats now. He's 2 for 3 in this one. And it's 0-1. Home run, a double, and an RBI. So Encarnacion has hit a 2-run homer, a 3-run homer, now a grand slam. Presumably he's going to get another at-bat. He could get the home run cycle today. The 0-1 called strike. It's 0-2. 13-2 the score now. Rockies looking up at a huge deficit. Here's the 0-2. That one's grounded to second. McMahon's got it. He'll fire over to first for out number 2. So The Rockies not really having the day they hoped for. See Yasmani Grandal come up. 2-run homer his last time up. He's 2 for 3. So he'll flip over to the right side. McGee kicks and deals, called strike in the inside corner. It's 0-1. James Pazos warms up in the Rockies bullpen. Here's the 0-1. The White Sox, in the midst of a 5-game losing streak, looking to snap that and snap the Rockies' 3-game winning streak and avoid the sweep. They'll split the series. After this, the Rockies have Thursday off, and then they're in Philadelphia to begin a road trip. On Friday, popped around home plate, Wolters camps under, and he'll make the catch to retire the side, but Edwin Encarnacion, with a grand slam, makes it a 13-2 ball game. His 3rd home run of the game this afternoon. Way to the bottom of the 6th. Rockies trying to chip away at that deficit. They'll face Dane Dunning. Making his 10th appearance. He's got a 6.75 ERA. 19 strikeouts, 12 walks. It's 1-2 record in 22 2/3 innings. He'll face Daniel Murphy, Ryan McMahon, and Sam Hilliard here in the 6th. Giolito only goes 5 innings. Threw quite a few pitches. Here's the first pitch to Murphy. Misses outside, ball 1. But Giolito, a good outing, 5 innings, 2 runs allowed. This one's skied out to left. Jimenez is there to make the catch, and there's one away here. Well, looking at this list here, talking about Major League, I haven't touched too much on a lot of these movies in depth, but the last one they have on their list here is Moneyball, the story about Billy Beane and the Oakland A's, kind of putting together that team in the early 2000s. Ryan McMahon takes strike 1. Moneyball, based off the book of the same name, about the same story. Here's the 0-1. Taps that one foul. And Moneyball is a pretty good movie. Brad Pitt does well in it. Some good humor in it. For me, it's not my favorite baseball movie, as it focuses more on kind of Billy Beane. You don't get to see much baseball in it. It's more behind the scenes stuff. The 1-2, which is always interesting to see. But it's a fun movie. I've always enjoyed it. It's not my favorite. Here's the 1-2. Swings to that one. It's strike 3. So McMahon sat down on strikes again. 2 outs here in the inning for Dunning. Up in the zone on McMahon, who swings right through it. Now bring up Sam Hilliard, who doubled and came around to score his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch swing, grounds it to first. Encarnacion will take it to the bag himself, and that'll retire the side. Dane Dunning with a quick 1-2-3 inning. We get to the top of the 7th. Chicago looking to run away with this thing. They lead at 13-2. So Danny Mendick, the second baseman, will lead things off here. He's 0 for 2 in this one. Had a walk in the first inning. Rough day for Rockies pitching. First pitch from McGee misses high, ball 1. So if I were to pick 3 out of this choice of 9 movies, there's the 1-0. That one's fouled away. We've got The Sandlot, Rookie of the Year, Angels in the Outfield, Field of Dreams, A League of Their Own, 42, Let's see, Major League, Little Big League, and Moneyball. Here's the 1-1. Misses high. It's 2-1. This one's lifted high to right field, but Blackman's there to make the catch, and there's one away here in the 7th.
Now batting, the pitcher, Dane Dunning.
Pitcher spot up as Dane Dunning will take his cuts here. So 42, and then Major League, Little Big League, and Moneyball. So out of these three, I'd probably pick no particular order here. We've got the Sandlot, obviously. I'd take 42, and then probably Major League. As much as I love Field of Dreams and Little Big League, I'd take Major League over those two. I just enjoy that movie a lot more. So that'd be my top three. Once again, in no particular order. But good stuff. The 0-2 fouled away. There's a lot more baseball movies that were in this picture that you haven't seen. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swings to that one, and that'll be strike 3. Dane Dunning sat down on strikes. Second out of the inning for Jake McGee. I'm bringing up Leori Garcia with 2 away here. He'll flip over to the right side. It's 2 for 4 in this one.
Inside, ball 1.
Pitch runs inside. It's 1-0. Larry Garcia, he's 2 for 4 in this one. The double, a single, and 2 runs scored. Here's the 1-0. Misses high.
2-0.
There's some other fun baseball movies. Mr. Baseball is one I always think of. That isn't too bad. It gives a side of Japanese baseball. This one's lined into into left for a base hit. So a 2-out single here for Garcia.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Outside part of the plate, and he manages to pull it into left. Here's the first pitch to Moncada, who lifts it to left field. Hilliard's there to make the catch, and that'll retire the side here in the 7th.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us.
So McGee gets through the 7th. We head to the bottom of the inning. 8-9-1 due up for the Rockies. They're down 13-2. Tony Walters will stand in the now. He's 1 for 2 in this one, an RBI single, hitting .328 on the year. Another Kelvin Herrera and Jimmy Cordero warming up in the White Sox bullpen. Dane Dunning in his second inning of work. Tony Walters fouls that one off. It's 0-1. Grounds that one foul. So in Mr. Baseball, Tom Selleck and his mustache play for the Yankees. And then they trade him to Japan because he's kind of a aging veteran. It's the 0-2 because he's kind of become a prima donna type guy. So you see there in the White Sox bullpen. Well, then he has to learn how to be part of a team again. And so he kind of helps these Japanese baseball players have fun, falls in love with the manager's daughter, and kind of gets his groove back in Japan. And it's actually a pretty good movie. Fun to see kind of a different world of baseball. Here's the 3-2 to Walters. Taps that one foul. Good at bat here by Tony Walters. I've seen Walters improve at the plate these past couple seasons. Last year and then this year. Lines that one hard through the gap through the right side, and he's got himself a Leadoff single here. So a good piece of hitting there by Tony Walters. Leadoff man gets on here for the pitcher spot. Most likely we may see if we see a pinch hitter here. As indeed we'll get Raimel Tapia, who will pinch here for the pitcher. McGee goes inning and 2/3. Tapia with a 3-run homer yesterday. First pitch swinging. This will be a double play ball. Let's get the out of second. The return throw gets Tapia. And there's quickly two-way Tapia, a first pitch swinger time, which isn't exactly what you want from a pinch hitter. But that'll do it. So there's 2 outs here. Trevor Story up to the plate now. He's 1 for 2. Had a home run in the first inning. That got the Rockies on the board in the first, and then Tony Walters' RBI single got their second run, and that's where they've sat for this game. So 1 and 2 on Story. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Comes the 0-1 delivery. Check swing, but it's called a ball. And it's 1-1 on Trevor Story. Comes the 1-1 pitch. The zone swinging, fouls it away. It's 1-2. Story a strikeout victim his last time up. Here's the 1-2. Fouls that one away. Keeps it at 1-2. One-two pitch. Lined into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Trevor Story. Rockies have a man on with 2 outs here in the 7th. I'll bring up David Dahl here with 2 outs. Dahl 1 for 3. Base hit his last time up. Just misses that one. It's 1-0. Well, back in 2010, we're just looking at this the other day, the Rockies were down by 9 runs. We're down by 7 runs or so to the St. Louis Cardinals here at Coors. They put up a 9 spot in the bottom of the 9th to walk it off against the Cardinals. One of the biggest deficit comebacks in one inning. I think either in Rockies history or baseball history. Because the Rockies just kept hitting. 3-0 on Dahl now. Here's the 3-0 delivery. Called strike in the outside corner. It's 3-1. And if you look it up on YouTube, you see there was just an insane rally of home runs and base hits. And I think it was capitalized by a walk-off home run by Mr. Late Night himself, Seth Smith. Rockies fans will remember Seth Smith went on to play after his time with the Rockies, went and played with Seattle and the Orioles. Tapper to second. Mendix got it. He'll fire over to first, and that'll retire the side. So the Rockies get a 2-out base runner, but nothing else. We head to the top of the 8th. Still 13-2 Chicago. Heart of the order due up for the White Sox.
Your attention, please.
Jairo Diaz will take over on the mound for the Rockies. In 19th appearance, he's got a .487 ERA, 15 strikeouts to 4 walks.
Leading off for the White Sox, the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
First pitch to Jimenez is lined into left, or into right for a base hit, so the leadoff man's aboard.
Now batting, the left fielder, Eloy.
That was Tim Anderson, excuse me. Anderson lines that one into right for a base hit. Now bring up Eloy Jimenez, the man on first. Misses inside. 1-0, called strike at the knees. James Pazos and Tyler Kinley warm up in the Rockies bullpen. The 1-1 line into right field. Blackman bobbles it. The runners are going to move up. The throw into second, not in time, so costly error there by Charlie Blackman. That'll bring up Edwin Encarnacion. 3 home runs in this game. Has the chance now to only do what's only been done 18 times. 6th inning, had a towering grand slam. Encarnacion going for his 4th home run of the game, which has only happened 18 times. Last time it happened, here's the first pitch, misses, ball 1. That was J.D. Martinez in 2017. Here's the 1-0, misses high. No Major League Baseball player has ever hit for the home run cycle. It's only happened a few times in high school and college. People have come close, but never the home run cycle. It's 3-0 here on Encarnacion, as Diaz isn't going to give him anything good to hit. Encarnacion doesn't have the opportunity to get the home run cycle right now since there's 2 men on. Taps it to short. Story will go over to first. And there's the first out of the inning. In the meantime, the run scores. So 10 RBIs for Encarnacion on the day. I think of Nomar Mazara, 2 for 4, home run and a double. Eloy Jimenez waits on second. Crushes this one to right field, and that one is gone. 2-run homer for Nomar Mazara, his 2nd homer of the game. And it is now 16-2. Rockies pitching just getting crushed today. White Sox on a mission of vengeance, it would appear. They've been missing over the plate. Mazar just crushes that one in the second deck in right field. This is a game to forget. Jasmani Grandal will stand in. Here's the first pitch to Grandal. Catches the zone. Strike 1. There are 15 10 RBI games in baseball history, and 16 now, including Encarnacion's 10 RBIs here in this simulated broadcast. The last one was in 2018, where Mark Reynolds for the Nationals had 10 RBIs. There were a couple in 2017 as Scooter Gennett had 10 RBIs in June, and then in April 30th in 2017, Anthony Rendon, while with the Nationals, had 10 RBIs. What a feat that is. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So there's 2 men away here in the 8th. Danny Mendick standing now. He's 0 for 3 on the day, so that's at least a bright spot for this Rockies pitching staff. They've been able to get Mendick. Swings to that one. It's strike 1. The 0-1. Grounded to third. Arenado's got it. He'll throw it over to first, and that'll retire the side. 2-run home run by Nomar Mazar makes it 16-2. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Rockies really need a miracle here. Heart of the order due up. So Nolan Arenado will lead things off for the Rockies. He's 0 for 3 in this one. Had a strikeout in the fifth. Here's the first pitch. Called strike. Dane Dunning still in there for the White Sox. Working with a 14-run lead. No point in using up the rest of your bullpen. Just let him get some work in. It's 1-1 now on Arenado. Misses outside, 2-1. Comes the 2-1 pitch. Broken bat, but caught by Encarnacion. And to quote Happy Gilmore once again, the bat went further than the ball. That'll bring up Charlie Blackmon with one away here in the 8th. 1 for 3. He had a single in the first. And that's the way it's been for most of the Rockies, just a hit here and there. But nothing else happening. Misses high, ball 1. Check swing, but it's a called strike. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Ball 2.
And that's called the ball. It's 2-1. 2-1 delivery to Blackmon. And that one's lined the other way for a base hit. That'll be extra bases. Followed by Menes, who overruns it, but Blackmon will stop at second. Just a little hit the other way. I've seen Blackmon do that a couple of times. Just takes the ball the other way off the end of the bat. Got that one off the handle. Just hits it the other way and extra bases. That'll bring Daniel Murphy, runner on second, 1 out. First pitch to Murphy, check swing, but it's a called strike anyway. Murphy's 0 for 3 in this one. Well, there's a report going around that Yadier Molina of Cardinals catcher is considering free agency if not extended by the Cardinals. He wants to keep playing beyond 2020. Who knows if that season even happens. The 1-1 hit the other way. That's going to get down for a base hit. Blackmon will round third. He'll score easily. Murphy will get into second standing, and it's a RBI double for Daniel Murphy. His 7th double of the year. Just like Blackmon takes it the other way. Inside out swing. Rolls all the way to the wall. Blackmon scores easily. And that'll do it for Dane Dunning. He's going to come in with the double switch here.
Your attention, please.
As Kelvin Herrera will come in. 12th appearance, 7.59 ERA.
Number 41, Kelvin Herrera. Now catching and batting 9. Number 33, James McCann.
James McCann will come in and do the catching. So that'll do it for Grandal today. As McCann will take over in the 9 spot. Pitch misses up and in. It's 1-0. Ryan McMahon's 0 for 3 in this one. Well, if it's any concession, these Rockies aren't giving up at least, as they trail 16-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-0 runs outside. It's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Lined into right field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Murphy will score. McMahon rounds first. He'll trot into second base easily. And 3 straight doubles for the Rockies. They've scored 2 runs. 4th double of the year for McMahon. It's now 16-4. As Sam Hilliard will stand in. 1 out, runner on second. Jace Fry and Jimmy Cordero warming up in the White Sox bullpen. Hilliard 1 for 3, a double and a run scored. He was the Rockies' 2nd run in this game. And the 0-1 swings to that pitch. It's 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Hilliard sat down on 3 straight pitches. So there's 2 away here. Just stayed up in the zone. Hilliard not able to catch up to it. And I'm going to bring up Tony Wolters. 2 for 3 in this one. First pitch to Wolters. Misses low with the slider. It's 1-0. Wolters, a couple of singles in this one, an RBI. Here's the 1-0. Catches the zone at the knees with that changeup. It's 1-1. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Once fouled away, it's 1-2. So kind of with that stuff with Yadier Molina and the Cardinals is part of that bargaining agreement they came out with the nature of the 2020 season. When it happens, no matter what, it's going to count as a contract year, more or less. And so guys that are scheduled to be free agents after this season will still be free agents this season, no matter how many games that are played this year, or in the matter of a canceled season. Here's the 2-2. Taps that one foul. If the entire season is canceled, that means that guys like Mookie Betts, who's supposed to be a free agent this offseason, will still be a free agent because of the service time of 2019. Fouled away again. So it all just depends on 2019 service time. That can kind of dictate what happens with a contract for this season if you played enough games. Here's the 2-2. Men's up and in. 3-2 now on Tony Wolters. Kind of John at Kelvin Herrera. Payoff pitch coming. And that one's tapped foul again. Remains 3-2. This one's grounded to short. Anderson's got it. He'll get his man at first, and that'll retire the side. Rockies get a couple of runs here in the 8th, but dropping the bucket as they're still down 16-4. Into the top of the 9th. As 9-1-2 are due up 4. The White Sox will get a double switch here. As looks like we'll be getting James Pazos to pitch. I think his 15th appearance. 2.84 ERA, 11 strikeouts, 4 walks.
Number 47, James Pazos. Now playing left and batting 9. Number 12,
Chris Owings takes over in left field for Sam Hilliard. James McCann, the catcher, will take his first cuts here against James Pazos. Came in the double switch. Replaces Yasmani Grandal behind the plate. Here's the 1-0. Fouls that one away. So Owings will lead off the bottom of the 9th. Then we'll go to the top of the order for the Rockies. Here's the 1-1. McCann fouls that one away.
That's ball 2.
This is ball 2 here.
Count 2-2.
2-2 the count on the White Sox catcher. 2-2 delivery. Grounds that one to first. Murphy's got it. He'll take it to the bag, and there's one away here in the top of the ninth. I was saying the Rockies will have the day off tomorrow, travel day. So they head to Philadelphia for a weekend series. Then they'll head to Detroit. And they'll come back here to Coors Field. First pitch swinging for Larry Garcia. He's 3 for 5 in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lines that one foul. It's 0-2. Well, if not for Edwin Encarnacion, this would be a 6-4 ball game.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But Encarnacion with 10 RBIs, 3 home runs. Rockies would have a lot better chance in the bottom of the ninth. If not for Encarnacion, fantastic day for him. 3 no-doubters as Garcia swings through that pitch. It's now 2 away here in the ninth. I'll bring up Yohan Moncada. 2 outs, nobody on. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Ball 1, no strike.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss through that sinker. It's 1-1. The 1-1 swings to that one. It's now 1-2. One-two delivery. Chopper out behind short, but Story makes the catch and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for James Pazos and gets the White Sox down. Way to the bottom of the ninth. Rockies looking for that miracle like they had against the Cardinals in the bottom of the ninth. Owings, Story, and Dahl due up for the Rockies. Chris Owings in 281 on the year, 4 RBIs. Been doing well in that double switch role, coming as a pinch hitter late in the game or as a defensive replacement. Typically out in left field. Kind of replacing Ian Desmond, things like that. Takes good at bats. Here's the first pitch to him. Lined into center field, but right at Garcia. And there's quickly 1 away here in the bottom of the ninth.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
And I'll bring up Trevor Story here. Trevor Story 2 for 3 today. Home run, a single, an RBI. Kelvin Herrera still in there for the White Sox. Called strike at the knees. The 0-1 misses outside. 1-1 now. The 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2 now on Trevor Story. Ryan Castellani will get his second start on Friday against the Phillies. Grounded through the hole for a base hit. Story's on with 1 out here in the ninth. That'll be a 3 for 4 day for him. Continues to up that average. Thriving in that leadoff spot in this series. Now bring up bring up David Dahl. First pitch to Dahl. Swung and that ball is gone. Chop that one up for the good guys. 2-run shot by David Dahl here in the ninth, his third of the year. That'll make it 16-6 now. Rockies back within 10. Just a laser beam into right field. First pitch he saw from Herrera. I'll bring him Nolan Arenado, who's 0 for 4. Left over the heart of the plate, and Dahl just demolishes that one. Here's the first pitch to Arenado, called strike. Arenado's 0 for 4 in this one. Pop out in the 8th. The 0-1 popped up in shallow right field. That one's going to get down for a base hit. He rounds first, and Arenado's into second with a double. Kind of a lazy fly ball to right. Thought it was drifting foul. That keeps his hitting streak alive and pushes it to 8 games. Off the end of the bat, didn't get good contact. Just tucks it in down the line.
Your attention, please.
I'm going to bring up Jace Fry, the left-hander. Will face Blackman, making his 14th appearance, 3.86 ERA. 15 strikeouts, 13 walks. Pitched in yesterday's game. So 3 straight hits for the Rockies here with 1 out. Arenado at second. Blackman gets a good piece of it, but hits it foul. Had the distance and the power, but just hit it foul. 2 for 4 in this one for Blackman, a double and a single. Arenado waits at second with 1 out. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at the cutter. Outside of the zone. It's 0-2 on Blackman. Here's the 0-2. Lined into center field. Garcia dives, makes the catch. Arenado will tag up, move up to third. And there's 2 away now. Had a chance to get down, but Garcia, who runs well and covers good distance, is able to make the diving catch at the center field. That had extra bases written all over it. That gets down. Blackman's on third most likely with 1 away, but that'll bring up Daniel Murphy, a RBI double his last time up. Hits with 2 outs here. Runner on third. Rockies down by 10. First pitch misses, ball 1. Coming up almost on 2 hours for this game. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Shoe tops. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Fouls that one down the line. 1-2. A lot of fans have left. Kind of an empty ballpark at the moment. I think once Encarnacion hit that grand slam, it kind of deflated this Rockies crowd. Here's the 1-2 to Murphy. This is low, 2-2. Comes the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that will do it here in this one. The Chicago White Sox win Game 2 of this 2-game series, so the series splits. They snap their 5-game losing streak as they win this one 16-6. And there is no doubt about who the player of this game is, as our pick is Edwin Encarnacion. Hits 3 home runs for 10 RBIs. Absolutely amazing performance by Edwin Encarnacion. Rockies lose a tough one. Chicago wins it 16 runs on 18 hits. They had an error. Rockies score 6 runs on 13 hits. And there it is. Player of the game, Edwin Encarnacion. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, capped off by that grand slam he had in the 6th. Lucas Giolito gets the win. Those 5 innings, he has 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 runs. Antonio Senzatello takes the loss. Only went an inning and 2/3 today. Gave up 7 runs on 9 hits, walked 1 and struck out 1. Jeff Hoffman, Jake McGee, and James Pazos and Jairo Diaz do good work, except for that 8th inning. They were able to get through the game and eat some innings for Bud Black and the Rockies. Some of the notables for the White Sox. Nomar Mazar goes 3 for 5, had 2 home runs, a double and 3 RBIs. 3 runs scored. Eloy Jimenez goes 3 for 4 with a double, an RBI, and 2 runs. Yasmani Grandal goes 2 for 5 with a 2-run homer and a double, a couple RBIs, and a run scored. The notables for Colorado, though, Trevor Story goes 3 for 4 with a home run, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. David Dahl goes 2 for 5 with a home run and a couple RBIs. Charlie Blackmon goes 2 for 5 with a double, and Daniel Murphy 1 for 5 with a double. So, tough break for the Rockies as that snaps their winning streak, cuts it off at 3 games, as they will now enjoy the day off on Friday as they head to Philadelphia, take on the Phillies for a weekend series. But that'll do it all here as part of the simulated Rockies here on the Sideline Crowd. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Skylar Timmons. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And just let us know how you're doing during these crazy, crazy times. But thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Once again, the final score, the Chicago White Sox 16, the Colorado Rockies 6. That'll do it all for this one. And we'll see you next time here on the Sideline Crowd. Once again, we are not affiliated with Colorado Rockies, Major League Baseball, or MLB The Show. This is a Sideline Crowd production. I'm Skylar Timmons. We'll see you next time.